Hi friends, I'm Abby and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something very exciting. It is my WorldHoppers Secret Santa book review. So WorldHoppers, I will link the channel down below, is a collaborative booktube channel which is made up of lots of different creators around the community, and we all get together and talk about books. So as part of this, Andy Smith, whose channel I will link down below, thought it would be a good idea if between us all we did a Secret Santa. Instead of buying each other a book, we would read the person's favourite book and then review it on our channel. You will find lots of videos today that are on other people's channels, which are WorldHopper Secret Santa book reviews. So my Secret Santa was Sophia's Thoughts, and I will link her channel down below as well. So I hadn't watched Sophia's channel before meeting her through WorldHoppers. I believe she has been on BookTube for quite a while and has been reviewing a wide range of books. She seems to be predominantly focused on fantasy and has a lot of Sanderson content. She runs a readathon called Shardathon, which is all focused around the Cosmere. And she also runs a book club every month, so please go check out her channel. I've enjoyed watching her content since discovering it and seeing what sort of books that she likes. So the book that I picked to review based on Sophia's recommendation was The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. And I picked this because she has a review up of this book and she states,
I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to reread it. Like I said at the beginning, this became my favourite book of the year.
So I will link that review down below and would really recommend going to check it out because she talks about the book so clearly and she really explains it so well. So probably better than the way I'm going to talk about it now, but I would really recommend checking out that review, especially if you are interested in the book or have already read it and want to hear someone else's thoughts on it. I really enjoyed this book. I think the whole world really enjoyed this book. I haven't met anyone that hasn't enjoyed this book. I think it would be really hard to talk to someone who said that they hated it. I haven't heard anyone say they didn't like this. This book, you're following our main character Linus, and he is basically like a social worker, and he goes around different orphanages and meets the children and checks that they are treating the children correctly in the orphanage and making sure that these children are getting the best out of life. And all the children that he meets in orphanages are magical children. So at the beginning of the book, he gets sent on a case to a particular orphanage that's a special case orphanage with children that have very different magical abilities. And so you just follow him going there and meeting the children and forming relationships with those children and just building friendships and relationships and everything. So that is like the basic premise of the book. But the main draw that everyone has to this book is the characters. So it's very, very character driven, I would say. And I think this is where I slightly struggled with it. Not that I really, really enjoyed it, but it is very, very character driven. There is not a huge amount of plot. There isn't a huge amount of world building. It is a very day in the life, or it's a bit more than a day, but in the life fantasy with these characters. So if you don't like the characters, then you probably wouldn't like the book, but they are all very likeable. It's all about these character interactions and the forming of their relationships and the development of people as they learn to just love each other and understanding that we're all human and treating everyone with respect, that we all deserve to be loved, whether you're human or whether you have magical abilities, that you all deserve to be loved. And I think that's great that it reflects on the social issues in our own world, that in this world people with magical abilities are looked down upon and they're condemned for being different. In this book, Linus is learning that they're just people with magical abilities, and that reflection can be brought into our own world where we shouldn't view people as different just because they have a different skin tone, religion, political view, that we all should just be loved for who we are. But yes, you really do have to be invested in these characters. The writing style is very, very whimsical as well. As Sophia says in her video, it is middle grade for adults. That I think this book will work for all ages. Whether you're an adult, a young adult, a child, I think it could be read for everyone. that it doesn't matter what age you are, and although it's been shelved in adult, it could easily have been shelved in middle grade. The only reason I think it gets shelved into adult is because it does explore some mature themes. It does explore themes of children that are in an orphanage, and so they have trigger warnings for abandonment and childhood abuse that they might have experienced before getting into this orphanage. But it's all off page, but if those things do affect you, then just go in being aware of that. So yes, I think that's the reason why it gets shelved in adult, but it could so easily be a middle grade. And I like that. I like that whatever age you are, you can get something different out of this book. I think you could probably read this book at different stages of your life and get different messages from it. The tone as well, that although it has some of these darker themes, the tone overall is about hope. It's uplifting and it's heartwarming, and it is like a hug in a book, because you are like, oh, these characters are just so cute and heartwarming, and you just want to give them all a hug. It's just like exploring the joy of humanity and like finding your people and being accepted for who you are. I really, really like this book, but I didn't love it. I didn't get like the 5-star feeling. I wish that I did. I wish that I loved it as much as everyone else. And I did really like it. I think it is a 4-star book for me. And maybe if I reread it, maybe I'll get more out of it. And maybe there is so much hype for this book. There is so many people that love it. So I think I went in, well, I tried to like lower my expectations, but it's hard going into a book which has received so much praise. It's hard to sort of think about it critically when you know that everyone loves it. I think my not issues, because I did really love it, but it is so character driven, and the plot, there isn't much of a plot, and what there is quite predictable. You can see where the plot is going. It's not got it's not got twists and turns really. It is just quite a linear plot. It's made up for with the characters and the message. Yes, I really enjoyed the characters, and I enjoyed the message of like love and hope and accept ourselves and not judge others for who they are. So I would strongly recommend this. I don't know if it would work for everyone. I feel as though it's got loads and loads of rave reviews, but I don't know if it would work for like epic fantasy readers who really require a plot. I think it is definitely more for the character driven reader that potentially reads more YA. I'm very happy to have read it. I will probably reread it in the future because it was just so heartwarming, and sometimes you really need a hug in book format. Thank you so much for watching. Please go check out Sophia's channel and the WorldHoppers channel as well. Thank you, Andy, for arranging this. It has been really, really fun. And please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my future videos. Bye!